Hey guys, it's Caden here from Authority Airsoft. Today we're going to be talking about the basics of a hop-up unit. Okay, so jumping straight into it, some people have the question of just in general, what is a hop-up? And this is what a general hop-up unit looks like in any M-Force variant airsoft rifle that you may purchase. This is a one-piece, there's a two-piece, I'll go into that later, don't worry about that. Anyway, so going straight into this, you have your adjustment wheel. Basically what happens is as you turn this wheel forward, you're going to then, it will be turning your adjustment spur gear, this one, and your adjustment cam gear. And your adjustment cam gear actually has like a little knob on the inside of it, which pushes down on this little knob inside of your hop-up arm, which is this little knob up here, but I've just redrawn it down here. And what goes on is as you push that forward, it pushes down on this nub, which on your bucking is then pushed down to engage a little tiny bit of a lip inside of the bucking that the BB hits when it is actually shot out of the airsoft rifle, creating hop. Okay, so basically I know that there's a lot of questions already on what a bucking is and where it is in here. So the bucking actually rests inside of this tube right here. This tube houses the bucking, and the bucking is clipped in by this bucking lock, which also clips onto your barrel. The bucking usually rests on the barrel, and you just put them on and you can change all sorts of different things about it. You can get different hardnesses and different types of buckings. Some buckings don't even have a little lip inside. So they're ready-made to do flat hop, which I'll talk about another time. Anyway, so let's continue. The way that hop-up arm actually stays inside of the rest of this one-piece hop-up unit is this little pin right here. So that little pin just holds in this arm by going through that hole and keeping everything together. Okay. You have your feed tube right here. What this does is when you click in a magazine, it unlocks that little tiny pin which lets the spring inside your magazine fire the BBs up into here, into the chamber of the airsoft gun. So then when you fire a shot, they get fed into here and they will be pushed out, hitting the nub inside the bucking, creating hop. Okay. The other parts we have here is the hop-up spring. This usually is just in there for placement inside the rifle. Some rifles I've even seen, they don't even need a hop-up unit spring. I just include it because some people might have it. And this is your end collar right here. This is actually where the nozzle from your gearbox will enter, and the nozzle, by the way, is the thing that hits the BB to make it go. Okay, so also, some people want to know what they can modify to make their hop-up unit more accurate, to make their airsoft gun more accurate. And there's actually quite a few things you can do. There is one thing that you can do where it's just you replace this whole total thing to get a different style, getting a pro-win type hop-up system, which gets rid of all these weird looking gears, and it's made from CNC'd metal, and it's really nice. But if you're looking just to do like one or two basic little things, you can replace almost any piece on here, but the most important ones that most people do replace actually is your bucking and your nub. These are usually the two things, or they are the two things that can really affect how your hop-up system works, and also if you're running like a flat hop, it can really drastically change everything. So when you change out your bucking, you're either going to be putting in a softer or a harder quality one. There's all sorts of brands that provide buckings. You can go on to any major airsoft retail online store and find a whole bunch of these ones. What I suggest doing is looking up some that other people have said are good. For me, I like Prometheus purples. They're called Promi purples is what a lot of people call them. They're my favorite type of bucking. And nub, I mean, they just usually come with buckings. So you'll get a nub and a bucking usually together in the same packet. Other than that though, there's not really much else you would actually upgrade on this thing, unless you're just going to replace this whole big one piece right here. Anyway guys, thank you for tuning in.